Hi, I'm Mel Black, and I'm here to talk to you about communication with an appraiser. A lot of times in a typical real estate transaction, there comes times when a real estate broker would like to talk to an appraiser, ask them questions, maybe challenge the value, or just in general talk about the appraisal. There's a couple myths out there that people believe, and some of those are that you cannot talk to the appraiser, or that you're prohibited from having any kind of connection or any kind of conversation with the appraiser. Well, when talking about this topic, there's a couple things we've got to keep in mind. The first one is the National Association of Realtors has issued an issue brief called Appraiser Independence. And in this document, they talk about how the National Association of Realtors supports independent appraisers, and that anything that would compromise an appraiser's independence would add risk to both consumers and to lenders. The other major document to keep in mind is the Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice. This is a document that sets the standards for appraisers in North Carolina and other states. And there's two major things here that relate to our discussion today. The first part is, who is the client? And USPAP defines the client as the party who engages the appraiser. In the typical residential transaction for mortgage loans, the lender is the client, not the buyer or seller or the real estate agent. And then the other major part of this document that's important to this discussion is the confidentiality section that tells appraisers to only communicate certain things about the appraisal with the client or parties who are given permission from the client. So when you decide you want to talk to an appraiser who has given you a call on the telephone, do not be afraid to answer that call. Do not be afraid to call that appraiser back, and do not let the conversation go into value or trying in any way to persuade the appraiser to go to a certain number.